14%, and this is not because of Motherson's problems but because of Volkswagen's problem. Volkswagen will not be able to sell any more cars in the United States because of the prevarication on emission norms that it admitted to. Now, Motherson is a big supplier to Volkswagen, so we have with us Mr. Vivek Chaand Sehgal, the chairman of Motherson Sumi Group, to tell us what exactly is the impact. Mr. Sehgal, that's the first question. How much of the revenues get impacted by the US sales of Volkswagen?
Well, I think, first of all, this total overreaction, people don't understand the implication of the whole thing. They've stopped selling, or Mr. Vivek has said that they will stop selling, I think, the diesel version. But they will also sell the petrol version. They will sell all the other things. So there is no impact as such. I mean, there is no kind of a bomb fallen and that, that it's over, no more car sales or something like that. There's nothing like that. In fact, the whole particular thing, if we really quantify the whole thing, would probably be a percentage of a percentage.
What would be a percentage of a percentage? Your revenues coming from the diesel cars of Volkswagen in US?
Is hardly anything because of the fact that we are not supplying in US. We're supplying in Europe. Now, what is going from Europe to America, we don't know. And basically, I don't think much is going anyway. So this is the thing about probably knowledge. I think, probably the best way to explain this is that people are just overreacting. They're, for some reason, Greece wants to exit Europe, then they want to sell Motherson.
What are the chances?
Happens when Amtech gets into trouble, or somebody else gets into trouble, and then again you're saying Motherson is in trouble.
No, the fear, the fear is that the image could impact Volkswagen sales in Europe as well. Is there any chance at all?
No, it will not. It will not. I can assure you it will not. This is not the first time that such a company has gone through these kind of situations. I mean, you name a big company who has not gone through this. And every single big company has gone through that. The bringing out of issues and, recalling cars is a natural thing. I mean, it's something that somebody makes a mistake, they find out later, and they want to then rectify the whole thing. So it's not something which is very new or something. And every single car maker in the world has gone through recall. And so will Volkswagen also get over it. There's no issues.
Mr. Sehgal, your point is taken that the company's contribution to diesel vehicles in the US is quite small. But the other fear is that on the group per se, a penalty will be imposed. Talks, some people say it could be to the tune of $18 billion, which compares with the group's only $4.5 billion of net income that it clocked in the previous year. Do you have any receivables from the group per se? And if yes, what would it be? And would that be at risk on account of the hefty penalty?
I would suggest that you have a look at their rankings in the market. There's a AAA plus. I know a very, very high ranking company. We don't even bother to ask about these things. And then at the end of the day, Volkswagen is a huge corporation. And I don't think what you're saying has any impact on it.
Okay, but just for the sake of numbers, if you could tell us any receivables that you have from the Volkswagen Group?
What do you mean receivables, ma'am? We are operating all over the world. You're asking me off the cuff number of a receivable.
No, since you are a very big partner of Volkswagen, have they told you what the penalty could be?
Ma'am, please listen. You're again and again saying I'm a big partner of Volkswagen. I'm very grateful that you think like that. But the thing is that there are many, many more bigger players than Motherson in the whole of scheme of things. And this is something which has not got, I don't know, that tomorrow morning they're not going to have to pay the fine and all that or something. And the whole thing is under the sub judice. So let the whole thing play out and you will come to know what the whole thing is. You'll also come to know what is the power of the financial powers of a group like Volkswagen.
Okay, so
please understand and appreciate that there are car makers all over the world.
Yes, fair enough.
There is no...
So since you get some portion of your revenues from Volkswagen Europe, are you aware if, or have you been in, have you heard that whether the European Union, any of the countries will be extending the probe over there?
No, I cannot answer questions on behalf of Volkswagen. I mean, I can't believe that you're asking me this question. Think about it. I mean, it's a Volkswagen question. You should ask Volkswagen about it.
What is your total sales to?
Thing.
Okay, fair point, sir.
How can I answer that question?
No, we just thought since you are in the know of Volkswagen's matters, whether you would know. But what is your exposure to Volkswagen?
We are here in Japan. We are tackling other issues. We are tackling
how much?
New problems,
fair point.
New things happening. So what is there? Because that happens. You look at every single company, you know, there's so many recalls. I don't want to.
No, we are coming to your Japanese business in a minute, Mr. Sehgal. But what is your total? How much of your revenues come from supplies to Volkswagen?
I don't know exactly, but I think it's probably 12%, which includes China, which includes Europe, which includes everything.
Okay.
And our biggest customer is Audi.
Okay. What is your domestic business, Indian business? We are we hear that from dealers that Maruti is reducing its single vendor concentration. What is your revenues that come from India?
It's negligible.
Okay.
Negligible.
How much comes from Maruti? Is there a number that you can tell us?
Maruti Suzuki?
Yes.
Would probably be about 5% of the total consolidated.
Okay. So you haven't
consolidated.
Okay. So then you haven't lost any wallet share from Maruti, or you've not lost any domestic market share on the whole.
No, but why should we lose? I mean, we are one of their best vendors. We're supplying to every car maker in the world. Why would we be losing
because there are certain dealer checks which suggest that the likes of Yazaki, Furukawa in their joint venture with Minda Corp are also getting fairly aggressive, and therefore the fear is that you could lose your wallet share with Maruti to some of these competitors.
So you mean, ma'am, it will happen overnight?
Well, that's
not overnight, but it's been happening for the last few months.
Has it happened has it happened over the past 2 months?
I think what is very important for you to understand, ma'am, Motherson's business is not the number one market share of a particular component. Please see our annual report. It is clearly guided to all the shareholders that we are 3CX15. That means C is our country, component, and customer. We don't want any customer, any component, or any country to be more than 15% of our turnover.
Okay.
And if you look at our presentation, financial presentation in August 2015, it clearly enumerates and elucidates that whole particular thing for you.
Okay. Well,
it doesn't make a difference if somebody has got an order, somebody hasn't got an order. Well, we really don't know what they're saying. And they had the thing and they would ask us on our face, but nobody's coming to us.
Okay.
Everybody's just talking in the air, so fine. You're okay.
No, we have to ask you these questions.
And our numbers will do the talking, ma'am.
Fine. No, we will look forward to that.
Also will do the talking.
We look forward to that, Mr. Sehgal. We have to ask you these questions because the stock is down 20% and this is what investors tell us, which is why we are asking you.
Motherson, you are all in a this thing that you think that, our share price is going down, so that puts us under any pressure or something. We are totally without pressure on that.
Okay.
So whatever the people are doing, it is a forward and option the same. They're going up, down. It doesn't make a difference to us.
Okay. Mr. Sehgal,
we are not buying, we are not selling. So where's the problem?
Okay. Mr. Sehgal, there were people who are watching the ancillary market saying that Brazil has withdrawn from supplying to several US companies in a big way. Have you increased your share to any of the car companies lately? I mean, has your business grown in terms of revenues or orders from any of the other car companies? We hear that Brazil is not supplying the way in which it used to.
Who is Dragon? Who's Dragon?
Sorry?
Who is not supplying?
Some Brazilian companies.
Ma'am, we don't know about this particular thing.
No, I was just asking you if you know.
In our first quarter, our mirror business has grown by 22%, and our S&P this thing has grown by 25%.
No, I was asking.
So I don't know whether
I was asking you whether you.
No,
I was asking you whether you see a business opportunity, because we hear that Brazilian companies are not supplying because of domestic problems. You haven't heard of.
If there is such a thing, then the customer is definitely going to call us.
Okay.
And will ask us.
Okay.
To
Now,
take
can you tell us?
We do not do anything without the customer.
Can you tell us if we should expect increased business for you from Japanese car makers now that you are in Osaka for a big deal?
No, I'm not here for a deal. I'm meeting my joint venture partners.
Okay.
I have 9 joint venture partners here.
Okay.
So I'm meeting them. I'm having my board meetings with them. I had a muscle board meeting about 3 days ago. So this is all normal business thing that we do over here.
Okay, business.
And there is no. Sorry?
No. Just, you were referring to how the SMP, that subsidiary grew by 25% in the prior quarter in Q1. Your India business, coming back to the domestic story, actually saw just a tepid growth of 1%. Has it picked up in Q2, the quarter that we're in?
I can't give you a guidance on that, ma'am. How can
Not guidance, but direction?
You have to wait for. No, but direction. How can I give you a direction also? I mean, wouldn't that be against the practices?
Okay, so your orders.
For another month. I think in a month I'll tell you all the numbers.
No. I think we're just trying to check out. Has your domestic business?
Will your all the things?
Yeah, Mr. Sehgal, will your domestic business?
Is that did the talking? Sorry?
Okay. Now, will the revenues from your domestic business remain as they were in the first quarter, or is something getting chipped away by the competition? That's the question we are coming back to.
Ma'am, it is not related to anything to the competition. Please understand, Motherson is a 100%. We are 100% OEM suppliers. We don't supply into the open market like what our other people do. So if the car maker share has come down in the market, our share will also come down. So we are not in the business of fixing numbers. Our job is to make sure that if the car maker asks us 4,000 cars, we'll exactly supply 4,000 cars.
Okay.
So this thing will be direct a mirror image of what the customer has asked us to do.
Okay.
So it doesn't in any way show that I've lost market share or gained market share. What it shows is the customer has gained or lost market share.
Yeah, no, we were given to understand the customer wants to diversify his suppliers. That was...
that is speculation again, but I'd like to... best thing I can do is if the customer comes face to face with me and he tells me that, I'd like to hear it.
Okay. So you hold on to your 5-year plan of hitting $18 billion in revenue by 2020 and improving your return on capital?
No, I don't. I actually, the 5-year target of Motherson is 26 billion.
Okay.
And Motherson Sumi Systems target is 18 billion.
Fair enough.
Okay, but all these targets stay.
Are bang on. Okay. Probably we will exceed it.
Oh, very good. All right, Mr. Sehgal, thank you very much for sparing time for us all the way from Osaka and clarifying a whole lot of doubts for the market. Let's just pull up the Motherson Sumi stock. It is still stubbornly down. It was 6.9 down, now it is 6.4% down. So it's investors still